Let's be honest, the Google Business Profile website that's free isn't much cop. And as a web designer for over 22 years, I can generally check and see whether a website has a pretty design or not. If you've got no website at all, the Google Business Profile website is better than nothing. But this is where the chicken and egg situation comes in, because you're a business owner who wants to have a professional website, but you can't afford a professional website because you're not getting the customers. And the reason you're not getting the customers is because you haven't got a good website. The chicken and egg situation goes on and on. So how can you put an end to that? How can you get a professional website that's going to put an end to the chicken and egg scenario? Well, some may have suggested to you to get Wix or Shopify or Squarespace. But as you may have already found out, there's lots of hidden costs. There's lots of ways in which actually it doesn't come out free, and that before you know it, you're paying hundreds of pounds a month. Another option, of course, is to get a web designer or to try and do WordPress on your own. But then look at the time involved in trying to learn those skills if you're not really that way inclined. In all fairness, the Google Business Profile website is hard to get to now, almost impossible unless you go through the back end. And as you'll see, it's not that great. You can't really change much on it either. All you're wanting to do is just run your business and have a website that brings in inquiries. Well, by the end of this video, you're going to have a website that you're going to be proud of, and you'll want customers to find it too. But it may be that you do have a website, and if you're really honest, it's an embarrassment showing people it. In fact, you've not updated it because you don't know how to, and you're embarrassed by how it looks. Yet all your competitors are going online and getting inquiries, and everyone's saying to you, you really need to get a professional website up and running, because if you want to survive, that's the way forward in your industry. And this is when I've just recently discovered an improvement on Google Business Profile's website, and it's Google Sites. I never really considered it as being a way of getting professional results for no cost whatsoever, but I was quite surprised with what I found. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you where you can get inspiration from, how you can build this website, what things need to be included if you want to succeed with your business. And you'll see very quickly, it looks great with just no design effort whatsoever. So let's jump in and show you how it works and very quickly get your website up and running. So Google Sites is very much part of Google Docs, as you can see here. When you go into it, it's sites.google.com, and it will say start your first site. And all you need to do is just pick one of these above. If you pick the blank, you'll get more flexibility from the start. Probably the best thing to do is click event. It's a really easy one to set up right from the beginning. So click on that. Now you can then just follow through on the process. You can follow through on a tutorial, or you can just use a bit of common sense. So you notice here, from a date to date, event time, venue, you can fill these things in. So if I was doing, say, my 30-day course, I'm going to use that as an event for my business. Or if I was a website offering, say, photography courses, then all you need to do is really just know what your branding is, and you would then start filling it in. So for me, I'm going to try and replicate to some degree the Google Business Profile one, the free one. So obviously I need to make sure my branding's there. I need to make sure that I get the fonts and the colors that are a bit more closer to my website. So if I go to my website, so I'm going to use this as my main focus of trying to get the branding across. And of course my logo as well needs to be shown. So how am I going to do that? And of course for your business, you may not have any branding. You may not have decided exactly what fonts you're going to use. So now you've got that freedom to make those decisions. So what I'm going to do is upload the logo, click on upload. I'll find my logo, there it is, or let's go for that one. And look at that, you now get an opportunity to put the text there. So you should always put your alt text in. That helps people that have got readers, but it also helps in the search engines to know what it is. Actually, I should put logo as well, so people recognize that. But it's picked up the colors as well, the primary colors, and that gives you your style. And this is why this is so useful, because you don't even need to have a design palette. It works it out for you. A fav icon is so that in the browser you get just a little small icon. So that's a fav icon there, which I've used on my other site. So that would just be useful. So that appears up in the browser up here in a moment. So that's all the branding you need really, is as long as you've got something that's already established as a logo, then that'll be good enough. And you notice now immediately I'm beginning to get this change, this flavor. Do I want to put on there anything in particular? It is, I'm going to just make this a course page for me. So a course for your business. If you're a window cleaner, then it'll be your business name. Okay, and I don't like this cloudy sky it's given me, but I'm going to change that. So let me upload that with a bit of branding again. So if I select an image, or actually you can just get these free images here, which can look quite smart. Let me just show you this. So you see that can look quite smart. And you notice it went white then. And Google's got the intelligence of realizing you need to get contrast. Now I don't actually like that image. Let's go for something a bit different. I'm going to upload my course image. Okay, and I can now decide what I want it to do. I don't like the fact that stands out. So what I can do is click on here and I can take the transparency off. Let's make it on on white. There you go. That then matches it and it makes it look a bit more. So within just a couple of minutes, I've just filled these two in. I'll show you how I did that. I click on here, upload, and I'm going to put my third day in, which will be here. Okay, so it goes large. So then I just want to uncrop it. And that puts it then the correct size. So I've got my first 3-day courses. So I need to put as a description on these as well. And then that will help me there. So what have I got now? I don't want RSVP, I want them to go to the course. So, and where do they go to for the course? Well, actually they go through to this page here, which is the Boost My Business page. And there's then a list of all the videos that they can click on and each day as well. So what I will do is I'll eventually transfer all this across as well. And that just gives it extra exposure for my business, this course that I'm offering that's free course. So if you've got a section that comes up and you don't think that's of any use, then you can just delete that. So if I click delete, that gets rid of that section. If I click delete, that gets rid of that. And that's it. So you just keep deleting. If you want to add a section or a certain type of section, say for instance I want to put that in there, you can do that. If I want it to make it say a different color, I can go for a style. And this is the beauty of it. It is just this simple. And this is the bit. So you remember I mentioned the importance of getting information from here. One of the things that's really going to help people is getting directions using the Google map. And you notice what you can do if you go to here, just click on this. And it's asking then you can go to your maps or you can just type in. Now, if you type in your business, so I'll type in mine. It just finds it, immediately puts it on the map, click select. That's it, it's ready to go. And people can get directions to your business. Obviously you can put your address and number in here. This is the way forward if you want to really make a website that's going to work for your business. So in just a few moments, we've put together a very, very quick business course for my business. But notice the branding, the colors, and if I go to, say, text boxes, I can, if I want to put some information in, just copy and paste that in for now. And it just takes it takes the branding. Let's just imagine I wanted that to be a different color. Give this a heading title. There's just no end to how quickly you can make some changes. There you go, so now the button can stand out a bit. And just one final thing, if you want extra pages as well, then you can add pages. If I click on pages here, so it gives you a few basic pages here, like a schedule for each of your courses, if you want to fill that out, speakers, and again, information here that you can put about each of the courses, venues, so if you are appearing in different places as well, and how to get there, again, a useful part. But of course, you might want to add about page, a contact page. So it looks like we've got this down on the side here. I think I prefer the navigation to be on the top. So let's do that. And now it's up here. Anything else? Finally, viewer tools. So if you want to add a domain, so if you say you had zanetdesign.co.uk and you want to add it, you can click on there. You can do it through Google Domains. I think it works out at £10 a year. If you need to add analytics, you can put your analytics in here so that you can then check it through Google Analytics. And also this is a good little one. You can make an announcement. So announcement banner. So if I want to just say, get this free course, I can put them straight through to say a particular page, or I can make them go through to, say, a link like the playlist on YouTube. Click that and I'll just show you how it works. There you go. So then it comes up here as well. Or you might want to say a special offer, click here and get a coupon. So I'm probably going to take that off actually because it kind of looks a little bit horrendous. So if I publish this, so I can now choose my domain if I want. I can put the web address. By default, it's going to use my business name. I'm going to go with that. So let's publish that. And how easy it is to get a branded website for free, absolutely free. And you can base a lot of the information on the branding you've used to get your Google business profile up and running. And one final thing, how does it look on your tablet, on your phone? Easy enough, just click on this and you can then see. So this is it on my desktop, this is it on my phone, and you see it's Google Business compliant because Google wants everything to be mobile friendly. So it goes to the side menu for the mobile, for the desktop we go for the larger menu, and for a tablet, depending on how small and how many menu items you've got. But there you can see it on the tablet that way as well. So great, you've now got this business website looking great. How do you get people to find it? How do you get a strategy put together, like an SEO strategy, where you then know what keywords to use and how to publicize it through social media? Well, I'm going to give you 5 more tips now that are going to help you to grow your website so that people now start to find it. So head over to this video and I'll see you there.